Nuclear bomb. What is a nuclear bomb? A nuclear bomb is a weapon that either splits or combines atoms to create an explosion on a large scale. There are immediate effects of a nuclear bomb. The first would be blast wave. This is a wave that is so strong it'll knock over buildings, people, cars, trees, doesn't matter, everything destroyed. The next is thermal radiation. This is a heat wave so strong it'll vaporize skin, create immediate blindness, and catastrophic wildfires. The next would be prompt radiation. This is radiation level so strong it would kill you immediately. There's also delayed effects. Radioactive fallout. Now this could be, say you're not in the immediate vicinity of the blast, the detonation zone, you could be states over. And what they call downwind, the wind will literally carry radiation over to your city and poison you, increasing your risk of genetic mutations and cancer. The next could be an electromagnetic pulse, an EMP. This would destroy cell phones, hospitals, electricity, cars, everything. Planes falling from the sky. Absolutely catastrophic. Currently, there are 9 countries that have nuclear bombs. Russia has the most at 4,309, the US with 3,700, China with 600, France 290, the UK 225, India 180, Pakistan 170, Israel 90, and North Korea 50. The first nuclear bomb was invented by the United States of America, and that project was called the Manhattan Project. The first test was called the Trinity Test. That was done July 16, 1945 in New Mexico. First atomic bomb used in warfare was by the United States, and that was dropped on Hiroshima August 6, 1945. And they named that bomb the Little Boy. The next and last nuclear bomb used in warfare was also by the United States, and that was dropped 3 days after the first one on Nagasaki, also in Japan. Nuclear bomb testing went on in the United States from 1945 to 1992. During that time, approximately 1,054 bombs were tested, although that number is approximate and is likely more because during that time they were using weapons with multiple warheads on them. Primary testing was done in the Nevada testing site located 65 miles north of Las Vegas. There were other sites, Marshall Islands in the Pacific, New Mexico, Alaska, Colorado, Mississippi, and off the coast of California. The majority were in Nevada though. The ratio of tests from underground to atmospheric or underwater was 3-to-1. So 3-to-1 times they were letting nuclear bombs go off on American soil. 3-to-1. In the 70s and the 80s, there were a lot of health concerns due to the nuclear testing. Cows were getting infected. Cows' milk, which was then infecting children, due to the cows ingesting radiation fields due to the winds carrying radiation to other states other than just Nevada, especially in Utah and Arizona. Although a few radiochemistry students in New York were testing one day and they had found increased above normal levels of radiation 2 days after one of the tests in Nevada. The easterly ones had carried radiation all the way to New York. Iodine-31 and strontium-90 are the elements that are causing increased rate of thyroid cancer, leukemia, and genetic mutations. The U.S. government is still paying people who were and are affected by radiation poisoning in these nuclear tests. The Radiation Exposure Compensation Act, RECA, was just revised and broadened in the Big Beautiful Bill, July 2025. There are quite a few misplaced nuclear bombs. Currently, there are 50 warheads and 9 reactors on the ocean floor. I'll give you some examples. In the U.S., 1957, a cargo plane dropped 2 nuclear bombs in the Atlantic coast off of New Jersey. They needed to lighten their load due to engine failure. They just dropped them in the ocean. 1958, an Air Force bomber had a mid-air collision off the coast of Georgia's island Tybee. In South Carolina, 1958 as well, a nuclear bomb was dropped on someone's backyard, and it created a huge dent. Caveat, it didn't explode and release radiation, but the bomb did drop and cause a huge crater in someone's backyard. They just dropped it. 1965, U.S. pilot Skyhawk aircraft and an armed nuclear bomb rolled off an aircraft carrier into the ocean. Just rolled off. Russia, 1968, submarine sank northwest of Hawaii with 3 nuclear missiles on board. 1970, a submarine carrying 4 nuclear torpedoes sank to the Bay of Biscay after a fire. 1989, submarine off of Norway's coast sunk. There are tons of nuclear bombs just on the ocean floor. What they have found through the sites that they could find the bombs, radiation was leaking through the pipes into our oceans, just contaminating our waters. The United States conducted their final nuclear test September 23, 1992 in Nevada. North Korea was the last country to test a nuclear bomb, and that was done September 2017. That bomb that they let off created a 6.3 earthquake in the region and subsequent earthquakes thereafter. The United States is currently updating their nuclear weapons as part of a multi-decade modernization program. Current budget, $946 billion over 2025 to 2034. Averages to about $95 billion a year. It is sick, devilish, idiotic, and suicidal for us to have nuclear bombs, for any country to have nuclear bombs. All it is going to do is cause immense destruction to our planet and to its populations. Now, we must move towards eliminating nuclear bombs. The United States was the first country and whom invented the bombs. We should be leading the charge in getting rid of nuclear bombs. We must form some sort of alliance with every country to get rid of this. All it is destruction. We have a huge budget on suicide, literal suicide, because if one country lets a bomb off, it's over. The current United States policy is, if they even think someone is sending a bomb towards their way, they're going to shoo the mother load over to them. That will be the end of the world as we know it. You hear more outcry over men and women's sports, over what's on our plates, over this or that. But no one's talking about if the world were to end because of these disastrous, dangerous weapons. No country should have the power to rid the world at all. We need to get rid of them. God bless you.